spent all hours this morning, 3 o'clock I was up, all hours in between Googling and researching One's Law and terrorising Alex in the morning. Right, where are we? What are we going on to next? This video, guys, I want to just play this one before we get on to the next. Oh my God, I woke everybody up this morning laughing at this. We're going to play a video of the wolf, a very handsome guy. And also lovely as well. Do you know what I mean? Yes. So we're going to play the wolf. Absolutely hilarious. I actually got a bang on the ceiling. A bang, you know, when they banged the floor and the ceiling went boom, 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 boom. Because I was laughing that loud. Right, let's go.
You coming? Zach? You smile.
Kevin.
Is that Bruno? Vicky? Yeah. Okay, Vicky. Vicky!
He's dying not to laugh, look at him.
Wolf! It's small boy.
Oh, look. He cracked.
Ricky.
It's Kevin.
Kevin.
No, wolf.
A wolf. Ow.
Come on. How are you?
No, bow.
Bow. Hi, okay, come on. Go.
Ow!
Yeah, okay. Small boy fell off. Now, Bruno.
I don't actually know what's going on here.
Is that Bob? Bob? Kevin. Bruno.
Shut up. Don't fucking piss me off. Thank you so much, bro.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Oh, I love that. That is so like, what's the word, guys? So wholesome. It's just such a wholesome thing. And my favourite bit where we went, wolf, ow! I don't know who it is, cute, innit? Oh, thank you, my pearl, darling. Guys, can we have some hearts in the chat for my pearl, please? For our pearl. Yes. The lady that brought to you FYP Kent. Yes, all the love for Pearl this morning because we love our Pearl. Right, guys, so yes, love that video, so wholesome. And I am going to start playing a lot more funny. I'm getting spam requested. Stop spam requesting me, darling. It's 10:20. It's the FYP news, not a battle time. Thank you, everybody, for the love. Thank you. So moving on. Who's this Ricky, guys? What's his username? Thank you, Levi. What's Ricky's username? Ricky's one. Ricky's. Thank you, guys, for the love. Ricky's on one. Alex, remember that for me, please, so I can follow this Ricky's on one because is lovely. Thank you, Kate, darling. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be following him, guys, and I'll be bringing you some more content of him because he's absolutely hilarious. Is he from Spartans, is he? Wow. Right, guys, we've got one more video and one more funny video and then we'll go into the serious stuff, all right? So I've got a video from our Joey Ticky and it is called The Wokest Link. I'm sure probably Evil Queen or Zax already, or Luke has maybe played it, but I haven't yet played it, so I want to play it because obviously I'm in it. And I've got to be honest, the CLA and Luke bit took me out. I think this is probably one of my favourites up to date. Very cleverly done.
Question 1. Who is the biggest villain of the app? Misread?
I was the villain. It turned out I was the villain.
Incorrect. It is in fact Chelsea Lee Art. Question 2. Finish the sentence. CLA says that Luke has a what? Chelsea.
You're looking like some cocktail sausage. I can imagine. That's it.
Yeah,
it's only a cocktail sausage because your bloody bundas is probably a fucking KFC bargain bucket.
Correct. Chelsea does have a dusty KFC bunda. Point goes to Luke. Final question. What is one word to describe Chelsea Lee art? Evil Queen?
You are boring, love. You really are boring. Isn't she, everybody? Oh, God.
Correct. So after this round, we are sending one of you home. Chelsea Lee art, you are the Wokest Link. Goodbye.
Bye. Oh, guys, isn't that brilliant? So everybody, please be sure to follow Joey Mation. Is it Joey Mation? Because he's got a new name for a new page. Joey Mation. Please give him a follow because there's going to be more amazing videos. You know, Taki Mation. Tiki Mation. See what I mean with my brain? Honest to God, I don't know how I'll get through the day. Right, so the next video. What's on my lip, guys? Thank you, Alex. Thank you. And thank you to all the other mods as well that are in here deleting hate comments. I honestly miss, I don't know how I get on, deleting hate comments and, you know, taking care of the chat and making sure that all the, you know, all the supporters are sitting in a safe life, really. So I'm going to play this one from Mama Kaz because Mama Kaz, obviously it was the big boxing match last night between Modine and that General G. Whatever his name is. So I'll be playing them after these, but I'm just going to play a couple of video ones. So obviously, Mama Kaz has offered the Alf Bar one, Battle of the Babes, out for a boxing match. And I would love to see this. I think this one would be amazing. Imagine the amount of money that they could potentially earn from this boxing match. Right, let me do a poll. Let me do a quick poll, guys. How many of you would tune in to Alf Bar and Mama Kaz boxing match? So happy face that you would tune in, sad face you wouldn't. Because I know I'm watching. See what I mean? Wouldn't that be the biggest, as far as I'm concerned, the biggest TikTok boxing match in history? Hundreds of thousands of views and potentially hundreds of thousands of pounds made as well. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you, Claire. Yeah, see, you all know about it, don't you? And let me do another poll, guys. Whose team would you be? Who would you be back in? So we got a smiley face for Kaz and a sad face for the Alpha Bar one. Yes, start a new poll. Come on, you bitch. Don't even try it with me poll, you bitch. Oh, has someone put a poll up? Oh, polls up. Thank you. See what I mean? I don't even need to do it. They think before I think. I've just got the best mods in the business. Don't even try and get my mods, other creators, because you will be on the 10 o'clock news for stealing not only, you know, but mods too. Yes. Polls here, guys. Polls here. Ah, thank you, Pill. Thank you, Lisa. Right, guys, can you see my... Okay, it's still there. Thank you, everybody. So let's move on to the Alf Bar and Mama Kaz video. Kaz is so funny, man.
Boxing match, is that a threat, Mama Kaz? Gargamel, send this to your solicitor, darling. Alexa, play.
Alexa off.
Let's go. Let's go. I've had enough. I have had enough. Forget General G and Modine Han. Mama Kaz versus Gargamel. I think it's one we'd all love to watch. And Gargamel, you haven't even got £3 to enter the club. I think we could make a lot of this fight, and I think you need it more than anyone else. Instead of beating yourself up with a hairbrush, let me do it for you, sweetheart. And let's just remember, didn't you threaten to myself and Xanax? I'll leave the sniffing to you because you're the one that loves to shove substances up your nostrils.
Oh.
Mine. Oh, and I nearly forgot. Wasn't you on live only the other day, swinging around a machete?
Oh.
You're really the bad one. You're bigger than me. You love to scream and shout. You love to roar. So come on, darling. Let's go. I'm bored. I'm sick to death now. This has been going on and dragging out for far too long. I would love to get my hands on you. So this is an official call-out video, Elphaba. Think cleverly. You love a bit of this, and you're not making it on TikTok at the moment. So put your money where your mouth is, and let's go, Elphaba.
She's so petty. She's so petty. I love her. She's so funny. She rang me up this morning. She went, Miss Red. I went, what? She went, I had a nightmare last... No, she said, I had a dream last night. Do you know how she speaks in that high-pitched voice? I went, what did you dream about? She went, the Alf bar flew through the window on a broomstick. I went, Kaz. She went, no, I'm serious. I said dream in the video, but I should have said nightmare. This is Kaz at her best, innit? Oh, thank you, Pearl, my darling. Thank you, Kimmy. This is Kaz at her best. Oh, I love Kaz when she's like this. We love Kaz, yes, we do. Guys, we are weekly number 5 at the moment. So I'm on a beg here because it is going to be a long show today, guys. You know what I mean? So you're going to get something for your money. We are currently number 4. We have Barham at number 3. Roots at number 1. Guys, we're about 17k away from number 1. Can we potentially get Miss Red to number 1 today, please? Wristband, glow sticks, taps, comments. Let's get Miss Red to number 1, please. That will make my Friday. And don't forget, guys, I'm back tomorrow morning and on a Sunday as well. Do you know what I mean? Right, guys, so we've got some more TikTok beef. We've got more celebrity matches, yes. Well, I won't call these celebrities, but however, we have more boxing matches going ahead. So I'm just going to play this next video. So this is Ems Rashante, Hustle, I love Hustle, and Barry. Are you ready for this? Thank you, guys. And subscribers, I will follow you all back. You also get priority over the boxes, and on the 15th of every month, guys, I'm going to select one of the subscribers in a, you know, in like a waffle raffle, and I'll send you £50 cash, you know what I mean, just to give you some back for what you know, put into me. So thank you, everybody. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that Rashante at all. Bad vibes from that one. Right, guys, let's go.
Man,
Well,
I want flip-flop.
how much do you weigh, Brett?
Like 70 kilos, 69.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go. You two.
See, Ems has just select. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Sassy Mandy. Did you hear that? It's Jimmy, guys. Did you hear it? Jimmy's back. So, Ems is doing a usual shit stirring, and she's saying that Hustle should have a boxing. Oh, DG's requesting me. DG, come back in an hour. Sorry, DG. She's suggesting Hustle and Barry go for it. And Barry's like, I ain't having none of that because I know Hustle will take me out, so I'll go for the weakest on TikTok, which is Mr. UK TikTok official. Yes, I mean, come on now. I mean, my Tilly could take on Mr. UK TikTok official in a boxing ring. Do you know what I mean? So, Barry, please, leave it out.
Almost equals like Hustle, really, but flip-flop doesn't get. No. Like, Hustle probably could fight. I don't know if he's done boxing or that, but like, I would just rather flip-flop because it'll be more funnier.
It'll be easier, Barry. Stop lying.
Make more sense a bit.
No.
It does. Imagine me against flip-flop. Could you imagine? It will be so funny. Like, let's do a poll. Would you rather see me fight Hustle blue, flip-flop red? Let's see what the people say. Flip-flop red, Hustle blue.
It's called Barry because it's the name I give him, darling. Because he's a Barry.
Who is flip-flop? Guys, when he's talking about flip-flop, he's talking about Mr. UK TikTok official.
Yeah.
That's the one, Hustle. The weakest man on TikTok.
In 2 weeks.
He's not though, is he? Come on, Pully just went on a card for 20 grand. He's not gonna fight Mr. TikTok official.
Does anybody know how that poll ended? Because it was a really short video. Thank you everybody for the love. Ah, thank you, Crazy. Thank you, darling. Ah, thank you. Number 2, guys. Let's go. Number 2. Ah, thank you, my Linz, darling. Thank you, Linz. Thank you, Nikki and Bev. Were they saying hustle? Was they? I thought they would. I mean, who would pick a fight on Mr. UK TikTok official? Do you know what I mean? Oh, Lord Jesus, I can't cope. Right, guys, so let's get on to what everybody's here to talk about today. And that is Modine's fights. And obviously CLA was there to walk Modine out. Not me and Pearl. CLA was there to walk Modine out, and obviously CLA being CLA couldn't behave at the place. But to be fair, I'm going to give the woman this. She made it hilarious because it would have been boring otherwise, but she made that night for me when I woke up this morning, because I think boxing's boring, do you know what I mean? But I'm sorry, that night was all about her. Guys, who agrees that last night was all about her? Let's just do one more poll, right? Because you know I love a poll around these ways. Thank you, everybody. Start new poll. Happy face, it was all about CLA. Sad face, it wasn't. She made it, as far as I'm concerned. She was hilarious. Right, I'm just going to get the videos up while the poll's going, everybody. You know, look how high that is. Everyone's in agreement. Thank you for the response and the heartness. 888 say yes. I'm sorry, but Red's winning. Right, let's get the videos up. You ready, guys?
He's a motherfucker, innit? He's always move from me, man.
Can I just ask you, everybody, right? Because I didn't watch the live, so I just put pieces. Oh, we're number 1. Thank you, everybody. Big up, Miss T, darling. Thank you, everybody, for getting me to number 1. But it doesn't mean you can stop. Do you know what I mean? We've got to keep me at number 1. What did I just ask, guys? What did I just ask? I can't remember. Oh, thank you, Angie. Love you, Angie. What did I just ask? I can't remember. Let me start again. Let me start again, everybody. It's the ADHD brain. Kate, did you watch the whole live? Well, when we open the boxes, come in. Do you know what? That's it. She's saying that Modine was rude to her. I didn't see any videos where Modine was rude to her. From what I was seeing, she was getting, thank you, Miss T. She was getting jealous because Modine was, you know, hanging around Cheyenne. Obviously, it's no secret that I think Chelsea, you know, is in love with Modine. Do you know what I mean? But I think that he sees her more as a friend, sister. So, like, he's just not as into her as what she is him. And it's a shame because I think they'd make a lovely couple, because when we see them together on TikTok, it's just so wholesome. Do you know what I mean? There has been occasions where, you know, she's jumped on him and things like that. But I just think that they're lovely together. They've got such a lovely screen presence. Do you know what I mean? This is what I think. You know, you don't have to agree with me. It's just what I see. And I feel a bit sad for her. I really do. I feel sad for her. She's definitely jealous of Cheyenne. I don't know why she's jealous of Cheyenne, but Cheyenne is very beautiful. I'm not going to lie, guys. But I don't think Cheyenne has got them intentions towards Modine. Yeah, so let me play the rest of the video. crazy. Thank you.
Hello, where's the green? This guy said he's got some. Oh, darling. Affected, darling. Nostrils. Yeah, they're all on fucking nostrils, darling.
Do you know what, right? Do you know when I look at her sometimes and I see her out in certain social places, she looks like she suffers with a little bit of anxiety. I know she's, you know, pasting up and down the street and everything, but she looked a little bit vulnerable here for me, you know. Well, I mean, we're not friends at the minute, but I will keep it real, you know. She looks vulnerable, and I think it's anxiety and nerves because you can see her looking around. Yes, I'm glad everyone's agreeing with me. I don't think that last night was about attention. I really don't. Usually I'd say she's an attention seeker, but she looked really out of place last night and really uncomfortable to me. Oh, thank you. Is it Crazy? Who's this? Crazy Kentish girl. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Crazy Kentish girl. Yeah, thank you for agreeing with me, because I don't like, you know, putting things out there, but I'm glad you're thinking the same as me, because her mouth was really dry and she was like, you know, so like...
Darling, nostrils. Yeah, you'll have all the... Yes!
Did you see how silent the room went?
Nostrils, you cunt!
So yeah, but when he was walking to the ring and she was with him, I think he was saying, be good, be good. Do you know what I mean? But it's CLA. You never know what's coming. But yeah, she looked really anxious to me. Yes, and then she went outside on one. At the end of the night, they fell out, didn't they? She told him to piss off and went on a merry way. Do you know what, guys? I tried to get that video, but it wouldn't let me save it. It wouldn't let me save the video. Did she run out of weed as well? Because she was trying to bum. She was trying to bum the weed, weren't she? Did she do it sober? Right, okay, that's probably why she was a bit anxious, because she was asking, you know, for the wacky backy, but nobody had one. Ah, thank you, Angie. Thank you, everybody, for the 500k taps. And she kept her coat on the whole time. Yeah, well done for noticing that. So we've got one more video to play, guys. People just don't know what to do they? The silence.
Taking the piss out of all the cokeheads! Nostrils, you cunt!
Do you see what I mean though, guys? I'm just gonna put video. She does look really vulnerable, eh? It was about Modine, not her, but I think she kicked off because she felt so out of place. Do you know what I mean? But that night was all about her. She was the main attraction. She relaxed once Nat showed up, did she? So do you know when Nat showed up, right? So Nat's her friend. Was that... So she kicked off with Modine, she left Modine. Did she come back and Nat calmed her down? When we open the boxes, let me know. Like I say, I only get little bits and bobs. I don't get the full thing.
Don't lie, you two are such a cute couple.
They are cute.
You are. They are, bro. They're a cute couple. They are so cute. How you feeling? How you feeling, bro? Good luck, man. Wish you the best, bro. How you feeling? I wish you the worst, bro.
I wish you the worst.
Wish you the best, bro. Come on.
Do you know what, right, everybody? I had a message. Someone sent me a message on Instagram. It was a really shitty message. Somebody off TikTok. And I was like, oh, thank you very much. Have a crap day. I went about it. I won't get in trolled today. Do you know what I mean? Be soft trolling me. Have a shit day. I'm doing no harm. I'm off tiki-toki, sat in the living room having a cup of tea, doing my FYP search, and I'm getting abuse in the Instagram place. Have a shit day, darling. Don't even fucking try it with me on a Friday morning. Thank you, Luke. Yeah. Yes. Mods, please pin Modine punches like a windmill. Thank you, Luke, darling. I love you. Thank you, Becky. So I did see the fight. Modine had his head down the whole time and he was like that, weren't he? Who won the fight? I didn't watch it. I don't like boxing. I will watch Kaz and Alfbar though. Thank you, Luke, darling. Thank you. Modine won it, did he? But do you agree that CLA was the star attraction last night? Because when we get the boxes, I want to hear what you've got to say. Do you feel like she looked anxious? Do you feel like, she caused trouble? I want to hear all about it. I want to hear about everything that I've spoke about today and talk about stuff that I haven't spoke about. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Luke, darling. Thank you, everybody. Just let me big up the gifters. Everyone follow the top gifters, please. For MVP, Lynn's my darling. Crazy Kentish girl. I followed you back, love. Luke, Lee, Kirsty, Jackie, Susan, High Priestess Kate, Katie, Crizzle, Sandra, Nikki, Bubble and Fears, TTFYP News, just followed you back. Roy's wife, thank you very much. Levi, Kimmy, Alice, MT, my darling, Blondie, and Claire, Heather Rose, Fragmented, Jojo, Kirsty, Sarah, MR, Steedy, Nicole. Just let me follow people back, please. Lisa Marie, Natalie, Angie, and everybody else. Thank you to everybody that's got me to #1 today. I do deserve it on a Friday, to be fair. To me. Right, I'm going to open the boxes now, and then once we've done the FYP news and I've closed the boxes down and everything, I'll try and request DG again because he tried to battle me. I declined, obviously, because we're doing the news. Do you know what I mean? We won't be doing battles during the news. Right, who's ready for the boxes? Mods, can you prioritise, please, the subscribers? Because I had somebody message me yesterday and they wasn't very happy because they subscribe and they wasn't put in the boxes. So please make sure if you see a subscriber in the boxes, you put the subscribers in first.
Yeah, I think Alex is sorting it.
Those that can't do the boxes, I will add that for you. I will add that for you. For the mods, I ain't put it on yet.
I just wanted to say, you know how I feel about CLA, and I'm always honest. Last night, I just think she was awful. She went in there thinking that the whole thing was going to be about her, and because it wasn't, she went and made it about her because she has to be the centre of attention. She cannot handle the fact that Mo talks to Shy, and she's admitted before the reason why she smacked him one that day was because she was jealous of them two, spending time together, and she was exactly the same last night. All that anger comes out of her for pure jealousy, and I think if she could have done, she would have smacked him one last night as well. I think if she could have got away with it. She was so rude. She was calling them slags and skets and talking about the way they dressed. How she was the only good-looking one in the room and they're all tramps. My friend Natalie's coming in a minute and she's better looking than any of you cheap bitches.
No!
Because she couldn't get weed, she's calling everyone broke. You're all broke-ass youths. You've got no weed, you've got nothing for me. And someone did answer her back and he said, well, you might have weed, but you ain't got it here. And then she went mad about that. You're embarrassing. All because, she can't go anywhere. She can't even go an hour without having weed. So she loses her temper, and that's what last night was all about. She just can't help herself at all. She's got no shame.
Do you know what, Sarah? Obviously, because I'm only seeing snippets of the FYP, I never knew any of this. So she was saying all of that.
She was really rude. And then some of the girls were asking for pictures after, and she starts, giving these photos and being all nice when she's had her weed and calmed down a bit and when Mo's given her a bit of attention. But from what I see, I watched a lot of it. Mo didn't do anything wrong. He was talking to everybody. He was fighting, so obviously he's got to speak with everybody. He can't ignore everyone that's come to watch him fight. And she's expecting, him to walk around holding her hand, parading her all night.
Right, okay.
It'd be like that. And she was also moaning about the fact that she said, I was told it was going to be some posh place in Mayfair and I've been brought to the ghetto, these dusty ends. And You know, I don't come to places like this. What is this? I don't know where it was actually, but it's a boxing gym, so...
Do you think Mo would be taking her anywhere again?
I mean, he probably will, but I don't know how she can't see, and I don't believe that Mo's leading her on because he doesn't give her any signals. He doesn't kiss her, hug her, or do anything like that. He treats her as a friend.
You were telling her he loved her.
Yeah, but he says that as a friend. They always say to each other, "We love you," like they're best friends. But she said many times, like, "Would you marry me?" or "Do this, blah blah blah," and he's like, "No, Chelsea, no, Chelsea." She just doesn't care. She throws herself at him at every opportunity.
Do you think he's giving her mixed signals, ladies? Is there anybody here that feels he's giving her mixed signals?
I do, to be fair, because he has on one of the lives when he recently came back. She did ask again, like, "Would you marry me?" And he said, "Of course I would." And I know,
I think he's scared of her.
on the outside. On the outside. On the outside. That she's getting and running with it. So I do think he needs to kind of sit down and be like, "Look, Chelsea, I just see you as a friend," because I think, like, you're both right about yesterday. And because she said multiple times, I mean, I don't rate Chelsea much. I think some of the things she says and does is just really wrong.
Yeah.
But it's quite known she has anxiety, and she says that the weed is the only thing that calms her down. And like you said, you could see that she was there and she was so uncomfortable. And I know it can kind of, like, we see it as like, oh, she just wanted Mo to hold her hand and parade her. But also for people who do have that anxiety, she wasn't in her world. So I think she just needed that comfort to be standing near him. And I think she might have been a bit more settled if she was, like, not just left on her own in the middle of the room.
She also made a point of screaming and shouting that Mo's, you know, kissing and doing things with other people, contracting possible AIDS, this, that, STIs. She said, you know, Shy opens her legs to anybody. She's this, she's that. I don't do that.
Last night.
Yeah, but I mean, no, I'm not judging at all. But we've seen what Chelsea done on holiday with two men that she met randomly. So what's the difference? Of, you know, Mo meeting someone in America or Shy meeting someone. So are they not all as bad as each other?
Is there anybody that's on the panel that disagrees? Ladies, you can unmute. Ladies, you can unmute.
I totally agree with what CLA did. I think if I were in that position and somebody had asked me to come there and then they left me in the middle of a room, I would have kicked off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he was, sorry, Miss B, but he was there to fight, wasn't he? He was there.
He was, but he asked her to come and he promised her that she would get the green. And I think that's why she started kicking off, because she was told that she was going to get some really good green for going and stuff. And I think that's why she went. And then when she didn't get it and then she got left, she's kicked off. And I think I totally agreed with her. It was a very, very... not a hostile environment. It was, I wouldn't have felt comfortable there. It wasn't her scene, I don't think. And then to be left stood on your own, because it held, because as soon as Nat turned up and she got what she needed and she had what she needed, she completely changed and she calmed down and she went back in and she was completely different.
Yeah, we took away her any anxiety.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you feel like she got very overwhelmed there? Because, I mean, there was a lot of people there, a lot of youngsters, so it got a bit overwhelming for her.
Yeah, definitely, because it was that kind of environment that I don't think she's used to being in that kind of environment. And you can tell she loves him. Yeah. And that's why she's jealous. If I loved somebody and they were doing that with somebody that he may have history with, you would be getting upset. It is wrong that she shouts as loud as she does and she calls people what she does. That's wrong. I don't agree with that at all. But you can empathise with her without agreeing with a lot of stuff that she does. But I mean, he does shout, like when she kicked off and she was walking off and he was shouting, "Chelsea, but I love you. And she's like, "Well, I don't love you," but they do. I think she does love him. I don't know if he actually loves her.
She's madly in love with him.
She is definitely.
Can I just say, I think he's a very handsome guy. I'm sorry, I think Modine's gorgeous. When I seen him last night,
when he took his thing off, I didn't understand why he took it off and then he put it back on.
he's gorgeous.
Yeah, he looks very different when he's got that off.
I mean, I am put off with the fact of how he eats, you know what I mean, and his manners, but he is a good-looking guy. Sorry, I'm just being honest. He's a good-looking guy.
He isn't. He really isn't.
Yeah, I can't agree with you on that one, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I can't.
I think it is because we know how he eats and lives, and the squalor that he lives in as well. It all adds to the fact that I just look at him and think he looks dirty.
Oh, I'd say, I know that, he's got all them traits, but last night, I think, when he took his belly off, I thought he was really good looking.
I agree with you, Miss Red. I think he does. He looks very different without that on.
Right, let me just do a quick poll, because it's, who's done that poll? Let me have a look. Let me see what this poll says. Have a look. Let me see what this poll. Have a look. Let me see what this poll says. Yeah.
I don't think they're in love. I think CLA loves him, but he only loves her as a friend.
Yeah. Can we just appreciate Rosie and the cute little dog at the bottom of the screen? This is what we need on a Friday morning. How cute is that dog?
No, that's a good looking screen.
Question, and then I'll jump down and let somebody else come in.
Thank you for joining. Morning, Hayley.
All right, I've only got a quick question and then I'll jump down to let somebody else in. It's not even related to FYP. I just want to know where I can get a misread cup from. I need that to drink my tea in the morning while I'm watching this.
Hayley, I've had so much going on here the last couple of weeks. I'm going to get the cups and I'm going to get some T-shirts made. But I'm going to ask Pearl if I can steal the word Kent off her. Maybe, give her a little bit of a profit, because I want to have, we're FYP Kents. So I'm going to have to, let Pearl in on a bit of the profit. Do you know what I mean?
Every morning when I watch you, so I just need the cup. I just need to have one. So.
Don't be saying it's all about the money, somebody in the comments, because I'm giving.
It's all about the
stuff away. Yeah,
don't worry, Miss Red. If we're all on YouTube and everything, creators they always have merch. It's just part of the brand. You are a brand. That is what it is.
Someone's asking for it. She can provide.
I've had so many people say we need a cup, so I'm going to do some cups and some T-shirts. I'm not going to fleece you all, do you know what I mean? Oh, Jesus. Right.
Just while we're on CLA, sorry, can I just say, did anyone else notice how self-conscious she seemed, like playing with her coat, when that blonde girl with the dress that, left nothing to the imagination, with one boob off hanging when she was in front of her, Chelsea looked really uncomfortable and stuff, because she kept playing with her coat.
I mean, she's not one to talk. She shows enough. Do you know what I mean?
I do believe she felt a bit uncomfortable being the oldest woman in the room as well. Because they were all young teenagers at your very early 20s. Can I just
ask you, ladies? Sorry, Sarah. Did anybody see the outfit she put on? It was like a net outfit over the
body stocking.
And she said Modine got that. What?
No, she got it for Modine.
Oh, okay. Because that was like an Ann Summers tingy ting ting ting, don't you?
It's a body
that white thing, the lingerie one.
I wear that.
Lingerie.
I do. I've got a couple of them. I think they're lovely.
Get it on.
It's ridiculous like that. Right, is there anyone, ladies, that hasn't spoken? Country Girl, Simi, Nikki, Rosie?
Can I just make a point about... sorry, Rosie. Mine was about... there's a few points. One, the solicitor that the old Alphabet thinks that she's got. To be a solicitor, you have to have a licence from the Law Society. My cousin's got a law degree, but she's not a
student, though.
She's a student?
Yeah.
Well, she's not a solicitor then, so she can't give her... She can tell her what the law is, but she isn't a solicitor.
Yeah, you have to be licensed at the bar.
You have to be licensed to be a solicitor. And you have to get that from the Law Society. Because my cousin's got a law degree. So, but she's not a solicitor. And number two, when Modine was fighting, like I know you don't watch the fighting, But it was like, it reminded me of my kids fighting when they want to touch the other one's stuff. It was hilarious. I was like, oh my God, I'm having flashbacks to when my kids were teenagers. You know, they were swinging their arms about. I don't think you could call who had won that one.
Clover. It was like a windmill, weren't it? Do you know what I mean? Oh,
I don't even actually think you could call that a fight.
Didn't it last a minute?
If that.
Yeah.
It weren't very long at all.
Aww.
He was swinging sideways there, wasn't he? And he kind of like fists left coming out of nowhere. I think the poor guy was confused.
Oh, God. Ladies, if I was to have a boxing match, who would you like to see me in the ring with? Me in the ring with? Me in the ring with?
Next week.
I mean, I couldn't do Alpha Bar because she's only young. It has to be like somebody. It has to be someone with the same age, because it's not fair. Alpha Bar's at a disadvantage.
It's got to be CLA then, isn't it?
Poor evil queen, bless her.
Oh God! Hi, Rosie, darling. Rosie's been walking the dog for hours. Hi.
Can you give me 2 seconds? I'm just about to go to the house.
Oh, I thought the dog ran. Oh, okay. Okay, Rosie.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Charlotte, darling.
Hi. Yeah, no, I just wanted to say, I watched all of the fights last night. And I think personally, you're right. Obviously, CLA was really anxious because everyone else was all in groups talking to each other, having their own little chats, and she was just on her own, like on the live, not really knowing what to do. And also, she I think she was a bit peeved at the fact that she wanted it all to be about her, and no one was really. I mean, a few people come up to her, of course they did, but they didn't really seem bothered that she was there. I mean, for her to think she's this big TikToker, the most famous person in the world, whatever, no one really seemed bothered about her actually being there. Which I think she was expecting it to be.
Yeah, that's what she wanted.
Yeah, she did. She thought it was all going to be about her, and it wasn't. And when they was doing the ring walk, I was in stitches, honestly. The way that CLA was prancing in front of Mo and he kept pulling her back and saying, like, no, come here. Honestly, it was so funny. It really was.
Oh, Alex has done I don't know who did that poll, but they've done a salty poll, misread opponent. Angie, 65%, CLA 28%, and Alpha Bar 5%.
And also, if none of you have seen it, if you can watch the fight between Pro and Wacko Jacko, where he knocked him out, that was wow. That was mad.
Yeah, that was the only good fight. That was the natural fight. That was really good. That I agree.
Yeah, the way Wacko went into the ring, I thought he's going to have him here, but no, it was crazy.
Well, you never know, guys. Buckle up. We might see this happen soon. This boxing match. Hi, Rosie, darling. We've got 5,000 people waiting to hear from you. Rosie's not about it today, guys. Rosie.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, we can hear you, Rosie.
Can you hear me? You know what it is? I walk my dog and watch you in the morning.
Do you?
Yeah, so I was just getting into the house and I thought, oh my God, I need to get Rosie sorted before I can talk.
Yeah.
Anyways, what I wanted to say was, out of everybody there, I think Chelsea was beautiful, and Evil Queen was on her live and she was like, oh look, there's CLA with no filter, and she was making such a big deal out of it, and actually Chelsea Lee Art is stunning, and
she's got beautiful skin.
Yeah, she really does. Do you know what I mean? And that's the only reason I wanted to jump in the box, was to say that, and because I was just like, oh my God, like, I like Evil Queen. She's changed her ways. However, last night when I was in her live, and she just kept focusing on CLA, and I was just like, why is she so obsessed? Like, why are you so obsessed with me? That's literally what was going through my head. And I was like, CLA is beautiful.
I
So,
think it's just a beef with them two at the minute because I've heard CLA talk about EQ quite a lot recently as well. So I think it's just a back and forth between the two, like two being both as bad as each
I was
other.
going to say that, Sarah, thank you. I was going to say, Rosie, you know, CLA and Eva Queen used to be besties and have since fell out. And we do hear CLA, she has a lot to say on Eva Queen as well. And do you know what? I don't think Eva Queen would talk so much on CLA. It's just because she's doing the FYP thing. And, you know, that's why she's talking about her so much. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's because of the FYP news. But, you know, there is beef there. And, you know, if Eva Queen's got a problem with you, she's going to let everybody know it. But I do think CLA is beautiful. I do think she's a very good looking woman. I will be honest.
Yeah, she really is. Right, thank you so much for letting me in the box. I hope you all enjoyed my wee dog walk.
Thank you for taking us on the dog walk, darling.
Take care.
Bye. Bye.
Just on that note as well, there was a guy that actually came up to the camera and did say, can I just say, you all watch this, and I'm just going to say, in real life, Chelsea is beautiful. I'm here, I'm looking at her, she's got no filter and she's beautiful and she is one of the best looking girls in the room. And he did say that, and to the camera. And I agree with what Rosie just said. I do think she looks really nice. Better than a lot of the girls, because I don't understand why some of the girls were dressed like that. I was watching, I was thinking, oh my God, like some of these have forgot to get dressed.
Do you think maybe there was a little bit thirsty because we had some big TikTok character? Yeah,
absolutely. And I think that's why a lot of them was coming up to Chelsea's camera when she was on live, and they was all just coming up to her and just going roots, and they was taking pictures of like being on her live and you could see people slyly taking pictures of her, like when people were saying nobody were talking to her, a lot of people talked to her. A lot of people, and they were all slyly taking pictures of her.
So it's like these girls were like the definition of groupies, like, do you know the rock stars get?
Yeah, absolutely.
TikTok groupies, basically.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Red, when you were talking about Modine's fighting style, I just want to take it back to the night before. Did anybody watch the face-to-face they had? I believe it was a fix, because Modine walked in and he slapped General G with a spatula. Did anybody see it?
You didn't see that.
Absolutely hilarious. But General G lost it. You could see in that moment he lost it, and it took about 10 of them to hold this man back.
Really?
It did. You have to watch it. He honestly slapped the sound. I was laughing. I'm not going to lie.
Will someone send it to me, please? If we're friends on TikTok, if you can find the video, please send it to me so I can watch it, and I'll play it tomorrow along with Tyrone's video punching the chair when Alvar farted.
Honestly, it was funny. It was funny. But one other thing while I'm here, I don't think it was anxiety. I think it was attention seeking. And I get everybody's anxiety is different. I suffer terribly with anxiety, and the last thing I would want is all them people staring at me.
Right, okay. All right, everyone's entitled to their opinion. You know what I mean? I do feel like when I watched it, she did look really nervous. And I'm not just, you know, I wouldn't stick up for somebody if it weren't really what I thought, but I do think she looked really nervous, out of place, and I could see the anxiety through her. But no, many people have said that she was attention seeking. I always see things wrong, do you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe I need a new set of eyes. I don't bloody know. But just my opinion. Who hasn't spoken yet?
I'm going to drop Miss Red, let somebody else in. Thanks for having me. I just wanted to tell you about the spatula thing so you could find it and watch it, and I know you'll laugh at that.
Who sent it to me?
I'll try. I will try my best.
Thank you, darling.
Can I just say one thing of the main reason I joined the box for, and then I'll drop so that someone else can take over. What I wanted to say was about Alphaba again. Her quote unquote solicitor, I think she's just enabling her, because everything turns into transphobia. You're transphobic. This is a hate crime. What you're doing is transphobic. But she knows that Tony and the task force have been putting things about Jack. She even said about Jack, Sobriety Jack, posters were put up about him. So She knows it's about other people, so it's nothing to do with the fact that she's transphobic and that she's being pinpointed because of being transgender. It's because of the things she's doing, and I really think it really frustrates me when it's this constant, you're transphobic, you're hate criming me. That's my biggest pet peeve of.
I mean, there's only so many times you can kind of like pull a card out and, you know, the card's valid. Do you know what I mean? It ends up getting, you know.
Yeah, because she made a point about her solicitor before we saw her, the big reveal. She says, oh, she's trans, so she's on my side and everything. So it just kind of looks like this big show of trans people sticking together to make it about that. And it's like, I don't get it, to be fair.
Namira, is the solicitor trans?
Yeah. That's what Alpha said on one of her lives. She said that the solicitor she has is trans herself.
Okay, she's a beautiful woman.
She is, yeah, she is.
Yeah, I thought she was very beautiful. I thought, oh, okay, you're a good looking solicitor. Okay, that would make sense. It would make sense.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling. Right, who we got next? Hi, Nikki love.
Hi. I just wanted to say about CLA that you could tell how anxious she was, and I think her not having weed exasperated her paranoia, which just escalated into like a big meltdown.
Yeah. Did you watch it from start to finish, Nikki?
Yeah, I did, and it was really sad to see because she was so out of place and so anxious, and then when she realised that nobody had any green to give her, you could see her paranoia building and building and building until it was just a massive
Can I
meltdown.
come in at that point then? Hi, Miss Rose. Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Samantha.
It was only. I'm just going to come in and say this because it's playing on my mind, right? If someone is in a social situation and they are acting a different way because they can't have drugs, right? That for me would mean that there's a problem. Like if you're not able to have a joint to calm you down, then surely like that's an issue. Like if you can't go a few hours, because what is really interesting to me, TikTok moves so fast. Have we all forgotten that this woman was being racist the other week? Like.
Sorry, Button Bow. Do you know what it is, right? So, like, I've got ADHD and so is my nephew. My nephew's like in his...
So do I.
Yeah, and my nephew self-medicates with weed. It's the...
Okay. So just to tie into that, Miss Reds, because... So I work around addiction and in recovery, and what I would say with the whole situation with CLA is when she was drinking and she says she's got no recollection of that, that's called blackout drinking, which means that she is, to us, looks like nothing has changed, but in her mind, and I honestly do think the reason she was breaking down and crying and whatnot is because she doesn't have memories of the stuff that she was saying, right? But that's then no excuse for the behaviour. And the thing that frustrates me, whether it's CLA, whether it's Alpha, is, you know what? Just take half a day away from the app, right? Go outside, touch some grass, right? And just give your heads a little bit of a wobble and take some accountability. The thing that people would have so much more respect for people if you took... You don't have to take all the blame for all the stuff that's going on. Hello, darling. My daughter's just woke up from her nap. I just don't think CLA, Elf, all of these big creators, when they do something, the only one who's actually done it is EQ. She has said, okay, not only was I doing an act, correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Red, to you and to other people, she's gone to people and said, listen, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have behaved in such and such way. But the thing I love about EQ as well is that she will also say, and I'm not going to apologise for that because that's not my stuff. And I just really respect EQ because actually what she does is she asks people like, I don't want to know about hearsay. Where's the proof? Where's the evidence? Because I think sometimes on this app, we can just think that just because somebody has said it, it's a creator that we like, then it means that it's true. And that's not the case. So yeah, I think everyone just needs to take a step back for a minute and really respect the fact that CLA insulted a lot of people by with her racist comments. And she might look beautiful and whatnot, but come on, she needs to say sorry, and we don't need to just sweep it under the carpet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, very valid point. I do think that when you do fuck up on TikTok, you say something, do something, taking accountability. It means that,
I say something misread.
Of course, I think everybody should take accountability for all the bad actions, 100%. And we've seen it over the last 24 hours where people do take accountability. Just like myself, when I've fucked up on occasions, I'll come on, say sorry, and can take complete accountability. It's very important. Yeah, respect for that. Who was that? Who wanted to say something?
It was me, Miss Red.
Hi, Taz.
Morning. My opinion is, I love CLA. She's just entertaining for me. But my thing is with it is you can see that she's vulnerable. You can see that she's alone. All she's got in her life is TikTok. There's nothing else there. So I think that's why I love her, because she is entertaining. And last night, it was all about her. Everybody wanted pictures. Everybody wanted to speak to her. Everyone was on her live. But not just that, like EQ, and I know that there was friends and then they've had beef. I understand that. And what CLA said and being racist was damn right out of order. She should never say that. And she should take accountability. And she did say sorry. But my other part of that is like EQ, she's saying that it's all an act. Everything was an act. So why don't people understand it was just an act? But I heard her on her lives and what she said about DG doing to his daughter and stuff like that. I mean, people forget these things. EQ cannot go around saying all these nasty things like what she did to you just to make you embarrassed online.
But did Miss Red not accept EQ's apology?
That's fine, and I'm not saying that she didn't accept her apology.
Taz, I have actually got EQ request in the box now, obviously, because, she wants a chance to respond. Miss B, darling, I kick you from the box and get Evil Queen into address.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining, darling. Miss B, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off then. I will get you straight back in the box after to finish what you've been saying. So you can ask Evil Queen herself,
Well, but it's true. Evil Queen turned around and said she was playing an act. Everything was an act. And she apologised for most stuff. And I understand that. So everyone was like, right, that's fine. You've said it. You said you're sorry. You was playing an act. That's fine.
But CLA's
I was in that live when she said about
CLA
DG.
is being herself. So CLA is not acting when she's being racist.
But did not CLA say on her live that she was sorry, that she
No,
didn't
she was
mean to
sorry.
say it?
She was sorry that she basically got caught.
Yes, so
she
when
was sorry
EQ
that
says
people
she's
were
sorry
upset
then
with
for
her.
saying to DG about his daughter, that was okay because she said sorry.
But DG's my friend and plays Fortnite.
But it wasn't at that time because I sat and watched what you said to him. Because on that, when you turned around and said what you said, I went over to his live and he was disgusted, absolutely disgusted in what you just said about his daughter. You cannot go around. When things have happened to people in the past, and I'm a victim to that, so you cannot go around throwing these things around, saying these things, and then turn around and say, well, it was all an act.
I
didn't mean to say it, but what you said was disgusting.
Darling, just let Evil Queen respond.
I never ever once told anyone it wasn't an act. I said constantly from the very start of Evil Queen, this is an act. I'm doing Evil Queen act, so everybody know. Now, let me finish, please. Now, you are raising an issue with about Miss Red and DG here. Miss Red is a friend of mine, and DG plays Fortnite with me, so what business is this of yours?
It's not my business, but when I see you slating her every day, day in, day out, all the time, when she said that about being racist, fair enough, she was out of order, she apologised, she shouldn't have said what she said, and everybody on the app went and spoke to her and said, you're out of order, and she took it and said, I know, I'm out of order, I'm sorry. But then I go onto your live and you're there constantly digging her out every day.
What about you talking about my vagina, saying I had a boil on my vagina and stuff like that the other day, so I'm not allowed to respond?
Of course you're allowed to respond, but when you're getting deep and you're telling people to go to report her...
No, I don't. No, I do not. Ask the audience. I never say to...
EQ has never once told anyone to
Thank you. You're just a hater, Taz.
CLA.
I'm not an hater. I actually liked you.
Bye, darlings. Love you lots. I've said my piece. Love you, Miss Red.
I'm not, honestly, I'm not a hater. I don't hate EQ. But what I'm saying is, when people do mess up, like Pill yesterday, she didn't mean to say what she said. She didn't know there was somebody in that with a disability. I'm disabled. I've recently had to come out of work because I'm disabled. But I don't take what Pill said because she didn't mean to say anything really that bad. And if she did, she owned up to it. She said, I'm sorry. But when people are saying sorry, but it just seems to me when CLA says, look, I was drunk, I said this, I'm sorry, it doesn't seem to stick.
I think CLA's got a problem. That's what I think. I think she needs
Yes, she has got a problem.
I think the problem is too is that CLA said sorry, but then she also said she didn't care.
I was about to say, I've just
right after.
But then EQ says the same thing.
But can I just remind everybody?
Yesterday, she said, I said, I'm sorry, I can't say no more, which is fair enough, she can't say no more. So she said,
oh, okay.
I just wanted to remind everybody that CLA may have said sorry, but she took that apology back and has said she will continue to say the N-word. She said it a few days later, whilst sober, that she will still say the N-word. So where is the apology? And the video is on, for those that don't, for those that don't know, I haven't seen that. The video is on my profile. So she's not sorry.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for saying that.
She's not sorry. She's going to continue to be racist, and people are still defending that. So I'm going to drop.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, darling. Can somebody put our Pearl in the box, please? Because Pearl's requested to join, obviously, because Pearl's been mentioned. Hello, my darling.
Hey, everybody, and good morning to you. What I apologised for yesterday was, yes, for what I said, but just to make it clear, I genuinely did not know that said person had anything wrong with her. All I ever heard was call her own self about a wonky lip, right? But I'm not taking that back. I've held my hands up. I've apologised. She hasn't accepted it, and I'm not mentioning it no more.
Well, you could see that, Pearl. You could see how genuinely sorry he was. You sat there and you said, I'm so sorry.
Pearl, so you are so different to someone like CLA. Pearl, you turn up. You're one of the my favourite people to follow because you're just actually genuine, and that's my opinion. I don't know you in real life. We don't know any of these content creators in real life, but you come across like, I love your skits that you do on your page. You're humorous, you're entertaining.
Sorry, everybody. Listen, for you who's saying in the comments that on you, I take it which side you've come from. I'm telling you, out of my mouth, I did not know. I'm big enough to own if I do something wrong, I did not know. So just take yourselves back over to your cult and go and see what hatred's chucked away from that side. So before you chuck stones, go look at your leader. That's all that I'm saying on the matter. But like I say, I'm sorry, everybody. Anybody who's in these comments who didn't see me live last night, if I have offended anybody with a problem, with a disability, anything, I am apologising for the very, very last time, and it's only I've come on here, and for people saying it's not going to be mentioned on here this morning, yes, I'm mentioning it, and I've even misread, agreed what was said wasn't right, but what I've said was I did not know that there was anything wrong there. So that's
I'm disabled, Pearl, and I have not took no offence.
But I
can see you're genuinely sorry.
Can I just say, and when I rang Pearl this morning, she was still crying this morning. I'm not trying to give over a sympathy plea, but it really, really has, it's affected Pearl.
I feel for you, Pearl, because you didn't mean anything by it.
It's affected
I think people don't understand as well that you've had a sheltered upbringing by being a traveller. And a lot of what has gone on and said...
It wasn't that. It's just when I heard a certain person calling her own self me wonky lip, right? Listen, we've all been in arguments and you go for things, and that's what's stuck in my head about her. So listen, it's not about leading a sheltered life or anything like that, because a lot of people in my family's got problems with them, right? But what the difference is everybody else can see them problems. The difference was with this other person, I didn't see them problems. I only went off what she said about her own self. Yes, what I said was out of order and no excuses, but I'm telling you, I'm sorry for it. And I can't say sorry no more. So, listen, that's it.
Pearl, Pearl, darling.
She's gone. I'm just going to add something in here. So there are people in the comments that think they've seen a video where somebody else made a comment, and Pearl should have understood that comment was factually correct. I can tell you, I've looked at that. It's an ambiguous video, and I don't believe from that Pearl absolutely 100% knew that the person they were talking about, this was related to a disability. That's what I will say about it. Now, take it or leave it. People are going to say whose side I'm on and all of that malarkey, but that's my point of view on it. And I just wanted to help Pearl out with that, because there's a lot in the comments that are saying, well, she did know, and they're referring to a video.
Yeah, thank you, Cockapoo Crazy. And I just want to say, Pearl's owned up for her mistakes. She's apologised. She's took accountability. Like, what more do you want from her blood? Maybe, other people need to start taking accountability just like Pearl did. Do you get what I'm saying? So everybody leave off Pearl now, because she knows what she's done wrong and she's took accountability for it. So.
I'm going to jump down, Red.
Okay, Cockapoo Crazy. Thank you. Who said no? Well, you can get out of here then. There you go. You're blocked. I'm not having nastiness in the chat, because you want to jump on. As soon as somebody fucks up, does something wrong, people want to fucking jump on it purely just to fucking hate and make people feel uncomfortable. And I'm not fucking having it. I'm not having it. Any excuse to jump on a fucking hate train, people are there. Right, let's get on with the show. Hi, Veggie.
Hi, I just wanted to pop on and say about CLA yesterday. She was telling people that she was pregnant yesterday with my child. And I feel like this is a constant pattern with CLA. She gets insecure when other girls look at Modine, and then it's like, oh yeah, I'm pregnant. And I just think it's really distasteful.
Did you not think it was sorry guys, I'm not having a go at that people that are in the comments just having an opinion. It's just, I don't like when it's just pack mentality. Do you know what I mean? Have your opinion, but do it nicely. So that's all. We know you come in a box, say what you want to say, but just be mindful with your opinion, because there are other rooms where that behaviour is acceptable. This ain't the room for it. Veggie, do you not think CLA was joking?
See, so maybe she was, but then at the same time, I just feel like I just couldn't. It just doesn't feel like it's something you joke about.
She was joking though, because it was right after she had her coat opened and showed her body, and every other girl there was, smaller than her. And then that's when she said, "Oh, I'm 3 months pregnant with Mo."
Can I be honest, Veggie, right, darling? I mean, and this isn't me defending CLA in any way. I've often it's lady days and my stomach's swollen and I go, oh look, I'm pregnant. Do you know what I mean? Or I've ate too much, I look pregnant. Do you not think it was kind of like along them lines? Do you really think that she meant it insensitively, whatever the word is? Veggie?
Maybe, but I didn't watch the whole live. I just caught that little bit, and I was taken aback a bit. I was a bit like,
yeah. I mean, can I ask you what offended you? Why you felt it so offensive? Can I ask you that, darling?
It just feels like it's a constant pattern with CLA. Because she has said it before. Months ago, I remember her saying it months ago that the whole Modine and I don't think she definitely didn't mean it as a joke back then.
Right, okay. Well, I respect your opinion. Personally, myself, I just feel like people get so, not you, darling, I'm not talking about you. I just feel like people get so offended with absolutely everything that's said. And, like I say, I've said it all, look, I'm pregnant, because my stomach's bloated and things like that. And I didn't mean it, in a hateful way or to, being sensitive. It's just something that I've done, said. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel like she meant it that deep. But if she did, I would say it's wrong, but I don't know. Everyone looks at things different. Can I ask the comments, darlings? Who would be offended? Who was offended by that? Who was offended by CLA saying she's 3 months pregnant? Just read the comments. Yeah, so I don't know, it's an interesting thing. Isn't it crazy, Reggie, how we all see things through different eyes?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, darling. Thank you for joining.
Okay, thanks. I'm going to back down.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
Bye.
Can I just say, when I initially came in, I didn't come in to speak about CLA. I just put my comment in earlier. I actually came in just to touch, well, you have touched on it, but now I'm a little bit late. I just wanted to say that yesterday I was absolutely heartbroken watching Pearl's live. I think she put herself through so much trauma doing that live that I was literally heartbroken for her, because I just think people in this app, you cannot win. Like, they all kicked off because CLA didn't apologise, but then she apologised, but she didn't mean it. But then Pearl apologised and they still all kick off. So what is it that people want?
Blood. People want...
But yesterday, my heart broke for Pearl. I watched her while she was just letting everybody and anybody in that box, and she looked so downtrodden. She looked like she had the weight on her shoulders, and I just felt so sorry for her. And I was literally just saying to myself, what do these people want? She's said sorry. You can tell she's genuinely sorry.
Yeah.
And then the kick off because they're not apologising, the kick off because they are apologising. That's all I wanted to say, that I really, really hope that she felt better today and that she's trying to move past it, because honestly, it broke me out. It really broke me out that I just felt so sorry for her, and that's all I wanted. That's what I originally came in to say, that I really genuinely hope that she is okay today and that she can get back to a normal self, because I love Pearl. She says it how it is, and she says a lot of things what a lot of people are actually thinking themselves but just don't want to say it. So I have a lot of big love, big respect for Pearl, and my heart broke for her yesterday, and I just hope people lay off her now, because she can't give a kidney. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, at the end of the day, right, if it was said again, then, fair enough. But I do genuinely believe, I know she's my friend. She's learned from what she said. And she is genuinely sorry, because this morning when I rang her, how are you feeling today, Pearl? First thing she did, I'm sorry, Pearl. She cried. She cried.
Yeah.
She's like, and she come on, she owned up to it, held her hands up. And what more do people want? There's a lot worse being said and done on TikTok. Where are these people taking accountability? Take accountability for what you say as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I know there's someone's just said in the comments, what about the poor girl that she said it to? She's genuinely apologised to that girl as well, and she's explained herself. She didn't realise, and she's apologised to that Linz. Yeah. What does Linz want her to do? She can't do any more.
Well, it doesn't fit narratives to accept apologies. It doesn't suit narratives at the minute to accept apologies. And that's all I'm going to say on that, really. But thank you, Miss B, my darling.
Thank you for letting me back in, and I will jump back down now. But that's all I want to say. And Pearl, I really hope you're okay. Big love.
Thank you, Miss B.
Lovely.
Who was singing a song then?
Oh, me.
Who was next? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I'll wait for a minute then.
Hi, Shimei. Shimei?
Can I just say one thing? Because I actually have to go.
Yeah, go on, Samantha, darling.
It was just funny because I know that a lot of people didn't see CLA from start to finish, but I actually recorded it. I have to put it up because I found it funny that what made her really kick off was that when Mo was talking to Cheyenne, Cheyenne asked him if he wanted a favor done if he won. And that is immediately when CLA started. Right after Mo got asked that question, she was so angry.
You what, darling? Sorry, I was just touching the screen. I had something come through.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just saying that CLA started because Cheyenne asked Mo if he wanted like a favor done if he won last night. And it took about 2 minutes after she heard that and she was off. Like, that's when it all started. And she had every excuse for it, but it's because she stood right there while Cheyenne asked him that.
Okay, so someone said it rhymes with DJ. Okay, so that's what. Yes, okay, like, so that's what. Okay, that'll set any girl off that's in love with a man. Do you know what I mean? I'll think.
Yeah.
Oh, darling Samantha. Oh God.
I have to go though. Thank you.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you. Mods, no more boxes now, guys, because we're going to be on for another half an hour at least. So thank you, guys. For those that never got a chance to get in the box today, we are on Saturday and Sunday also, so come back. Right, who's next? Who was next in the box? Everybody unmute. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, I have messaged Pearl and had a wee chat with her, but the person who mentioned about Lynn's being this wee vulnerable girl, it wasn't 3 weeks ago where I had 6 people in Angie's box, including Lynn's and Angie, and they were berating me, firing questions at me about my disability, saying I was an unfit mum, saying they were going to report me to social services. It's disgusting that my child's a young carer and a young carer doesn't even exist. I'm taking my children's life away from them. And I had a seizure that night.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. My agency know all about it. I had a seizure again a couple of days later. And I've had a seizure last week. So this poor Lynn's was horrific to me. They were talking about, they got me to a point where I was just about to show my PIP papers, my FND papers, my complex PTSD. I had everything, and I was saying, put me on the big screen, I'm done. And what happens is when people have a disability, if somebody else has that same disability, oh, well, I have that disability and I don't get that, so that doesn't add up. And that's kind of what was happening, and that happened for over half an hour.
So you was being interrogated, it felt like an interrogation.
You've just used the word pack mentality, and that was said to me when I was told to get out of the live, because that's what it was, a pack mentality. There was another big creator in there, and I'm not going to go into that, but there was a lot around
please.
My disability and I've got several, and it's all because of COVID. I've had COVID 3 times, and I'm now severely disabled. I have a wheelchair. I have lots of things, and it made me that poorly. They came at me constantly when I was trying to answer somebody else's questions. Somebody else was coming in, and nobody'd let me finish. And I was constant. And I came off, spoke to the agency, and I was like, I just didn't know what to do. Like and I was getting, and people saying, "Oh, she's getting vexed because she's lying," and I'm like, I'm getting, because I've got like 7 people coming at me in the box. It wasn't controlled, and they were just constant. And it was only when my agency said you can't show any papers of your own, you're doxing your own details there. They've got national insurance numbers on and stuff, and I was like, but part of my ADHD and autism, I need to prove them wrong. I need them to, stop accusing me of stuff and saying I'm a shit mum. And the social services thing, I was like, how's it got that deep? And so this poor Lindsay, no. And that's why I said to Pearl, don't apologise, because a bully will bully, but they don't like it when somebody comes back. And once that person comes back, then they become the victim, and she's not a victim. And she's done it to many other people. It's not just me. I'm not a shit mum. I think I'm a great mum, considering everything I've got going on in my time. So obviously all my kids have ADHD and autism and dyspraxia. And other high anxiety, and we still do things together. We still go out and we still do healthy things as a family. And yes, Harrison is my young carer, and he gets to go out with the young carers team. And he even had to post a link of the council he was a young carer at to prove that he was my young carer. And I had people saying the most disgusting things about him helping me into, because my knees weren't bending enough to have a bath, so I've got a bench in my bathroom. And the stuff they were saying, like almost, they turned it sexual. And I was like, he's a 15-year-old boy. Like, he, you know, I'll go into the bathroom, I'll have a blanket, my towel on, and he'll help me onto the bench, and then we'll just turn the shower on, and off he goes.
Oh, it's because Harry's your carer, isn't he?
Yeah. But the things they were saying were absolutely vile. And I ended up saying, you know, if that's your point of call of making something so sexual, so discriminative and sexual about my child, that's a you problem. If that's the first thing that comes into your head when somebody explains, you know, about a young child that's caring for a single parent, then that's, you know, you can't get lower than that. Yeah. And it really destroyed me. Like I said, I held my own, and don't get me wrong, I've said plenty of inappropriate stuff. I was fuming.
But only because you was provoked. If you wasn't, you know, backed into the corner, then you probably wouldn't have said that, because I can't imagine you doing that, to be honest, Sarah.
They prodded me, and then when it was the comments as well, and people were reading the comments, and I was just like trying to answer, and then my agents are talking, and I'll tell you what, levels have been absolutely amazing with me, and they were, you know, they were saying about confrontations, and I've had a few chats with them since. They've been supporting me, because obviously they've known I've been having seizures. Now I haven't had seizures since for at least a year.
So you feel like that room and what you went through that night brought on your seizures?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry to hear that, Sarah, and thank you for coming on, because I can imagine it was hard to speak about it.
It was to say to Pearl, Miss Red, you know, that trust me, a lot worse has come out of that girl's mouth. So for her to take the high road and not accept an apology, and I wasn't offended by Pearl's comment. Pearl's Pearl. We all take people with a pinch of salt. And I think if people just spent less time judging and getting on with being a creator or whatever they're doing, the app would go back to what it was, rather than being this hive, different, you know, packs of people and stuff.
I agree, Sarah. You know, a line's got to be drawn somewhere. And I just want to say thank you for coming on, Sarah. And I'm sorry that, you know, you've been poorly, and I'm sending lots of love to you. And
I'm sorry, I wasn't reading the chat, Mr. Ed. I didn't do it for gifts, guys. Thank you so much. I just wanted to get it off my chest for a few weeks, and I know it's a safe place with Miss Red, so I just thought, you know, it's the time to do it, and I feel better. Thank you for letting me in, guys. Sorry for taking up
problem,
time.
Thank you, love.
Thank you, lovely.
Have a lovely weekend.
Thank you, you too.
Can I just, because I want to I have 3 points to make, okay? So everybody has listened to that woman that nearly had to put up diagnosis, right, of what she went through, okay? Even if Pearl knew, even if she didn't know, and which she didn't know, okay? They have been prodding that woman to a length that nobody should have to be under that stress. What do they want Pearl to do? Be like that girl Sarah in the box, and her health to go to a stage where she's after having 3 fits in the last couple of weeks. What do they want to do to Pearl? Do you know what I mean? I don't care if she knew.
Manic darling, can I just say something? Because I've just seen a comment. It was on the FYP. Look, just because something is on the FYP doesn't mean that that bloody 33 million TikTok users in England are going to see that video. I don't see 90% of stuff that's on the FYP, so leave it out, because it doesn't mean that it was seen. And even if it was, she's apologised, and Pearl's moving on. End of conversation. Pearl is moving on.
Done and dusted, Pearl. Done and dusted. Do not mention it again. Do they want you to be like that girl that's after just been in? There's the proof and the fact, and like 100% proof. They were sexualizing her son, being her carer. I have we're a diverse neurology family. I took no offence from what Pearl said. You take people, listen, I go on rants and I call people all sorts, right? I don't really like old people, because they just get in my way sometimes, do you know what I mean? And I go on rants about old people. If you don't like it, leave the live, okay? Pearl has apologised, right? There's just another 2 quick points that I want to make, okay? So just leave friggin' Pearl alone, okay? She did know. I don't care whether she knew or not. I don't
want arguments, back and forth with the comments, I'm
not going to read them, right? So the next thing I just want to get on to is CLA. I'm manic bipolar, and I have been for my whole life, okay? And when you're buying street rugs, okay, you don't know what they're sprayed with. You can always hear her saying, "Oh, this stuff is rubbish, that stuff is rubbish." What is supposed to be used for a proper manic bipolar is the proper THC, which you can buy, and you can, like, I've vapes, there's gummies, there's cookies, there's things like that. So I will make a short trip and I will bring some vapes back with proper pure THC in it that is for bipolar, and it's also great for other, because I have RA as well, which is rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, yes, we do love Pearl. So if she is giving out about this making her say racist slurs, and I've already said if a bipolar person has 1 drink, it's the equivalent of 3. Okay, so that's another thing. So if she wants to, she should be on the proper THC and not on the rugs what she's buying off the street.
Yeah. Okay.
For the other person that said to you on Instagram, I hope you have a horrible day. You're nothing but a Kent. Bye, baby.
Oh, thank you, Manic. Bye, darling. Guys, I am blocking out orange hearts because I don't want that shit in this chat. So if you are spamming orange hearts, you will get blocked. This isn't the live for it today. I'm not about it. There you go. Hi, Dave66. I'm not really blocking orange hearts, guys. I'm joking. I'm not like the other side. Hi, Dave.
Hello, everybody. So mine's a little bit of a rant, more in general about how dark and toxic this place has become over the last 2 or 3 months. So when I'm online, I conduct myself in the same way I would in my real life, because my son can see what I do on here. And if I did anything on here that I would be ashamed of in my real life, that would affect my son, I'm always thinking about that. I see some people on here with double standards, and they act like they're hurt, but they're just doing much worse. And I'm not going to mention any names because we know who all these people are, and there's lots of them. And there's all this campaign at the moment that we need to protect our kids. A lot of the people who are advocating for that also need to be accountable for the things that they're doing. And again, I'm not going to mention names because people know who they are. I just think we need to be kinder to each other, and realize that everybody on here has their own struggles. You can't see them, and you need to, not give them some leeway to act bad. They need to think, actually, I'm struggling, so I need to be more careful what I say and what I do, and my life will become easier, and it'll be less toxic, and just. My message is just be kind to everybody. It doesn't matter, it's so easy to be a troll on here with no face and, put shitty comments into the
thing is, Dave, the trolls are cowards. That's why they have troll accounts, because they could never say it, on a real account. They couldn't come in and say what they wanted to say on a real account. And one day, somebody is going to have blood on their hands because of pack mentality, pushing people to the limits. Someone is going to have blood on their hands. That's all I'm going to say. But thank you, Dave, my darling, for joining.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're 100% right, darling. Thank you. Hi, Michaela.
Hiya. So I've just been listening, really.
Michaela, darling, we can't hear ya.
We can't hear you, Michaela.
Hello, sorry, can you hear me now?
No, Michaela, we can't hear you at all. Hi, Brack.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
First of all, my friend, thank you for letting me in. But I wanted to say a couple of things. I seen that live last night with Chelsea, and it has been brought up already. But her saying that she was 3 months pregnant, and she probably isn't. To me it was offensive because, for someone like myself that's having trouble with like fertility and all that stuff. For someone that's just batting around, pregnancy and whatnot as a joke or to ward off other people, it's just, for me, it was a sour taste. But then also as well, another point is that woman, Sarah, that was on. I just want to say I'm so sorry that she had to go through something like that, because
many people do.
I myself, I look at. Yeah, but I look after my own father, who's bedbound, and my mother as well, and like I care for them, because I'm medically trained. But like, whenever I go into my father to wash him or do whatever, I don't see my father. I just switch to I'm the carer and he's my patient, and that's it. For someone to say, to make it all sexualized and all that, it's just disgusting, and they need to look at themselves, because yes, okay, Pearl said something, but they're taking it really offensive, and then they're going to that woman, and I think it's very disgusting. And then also as well, big up Pearl for, apologizing and taking accountability, because you could tell that it was very, very genuine. And at the start, I seen the live whenever she said it, I was like, oh geez, Pearl, that's a bit bad taste. But then whenever I seen the live that she said she genuinely didn't know and she apologized, it was like, oh my God, like, you're a very genuine person. I felt she was a very genuine person. And, you see CLA and all these ones apologizing and Alphabet apologizing, and you're like, yeah, right, until the next time. But then with Pearl, it was quite good. So I have a lot of respect for Pearl, and that's really it.
Well, thank you, Brack. And I'm sorry that you was offended. Like I say, people see these things through different eyes, and people have got different things going on. I have been guilty myself of saying that, I've got to be honest. But, I don't mean it in any kind of offensive way. It's just, but I would be but yeah. Thank you, Brack, my darling.
There's for some it. All right, no worries. Thank you for having me.
Carry on speaking. What was you going to say?
Oh no, I was just saying, like, for some it is what it is, but like for me, I just kind of got a wee bit offended with that, because I know she's not a genuine person. I don't like CLA because I don't think she's very genuine, and I don't think she's a good role model at all. But that's really it.
Oh, thank you, Brack, darling. Have a wonderful weekend.
And you, thank you.
Bye, darling. Hi, Claire.
Morning, Miss Red. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, my lovely.
I'm quite new to this, so I've only just been I started watching CLA, and I understand that she was put into a mental institution not too long ago. Is no one bothering to make sure that, that's something that's being checked up upon and looked after? Because there's obviously something there, isn't there? And she needs help. Is there no one that's close enough to her to actually make sure that she's getting the help that she needs? Because it's extremely hard to get that. I know from personal experience how difficult it is with your mental health, and how important it is not just to have the doctors and people like that around, but to have your friends and your family. Who has she got other than people on this app? Who has she got that's like looking after her?
She does have a couple of friends around her, Claire. She's got, this Natalie and somebody else. She does have a few people around her, so she's not, it's not what most people would have, but she does have people around her, so.
It's just really hard, isn't it, when you're watching someone on something like this to know whether, Are you going to say hello?
Yeah.
Say hello, Miss Red.
Hello, Miss Red.
Hello, my darling.
Yes, me.
Hi, good girl. What's your name?
This is me, Amelia. JK Music Link.
Good girl.
Oh, what's her name?
Amelia, bless her.
Oh, Amelia, I love your name, Amelia. Who's your favourite Disney princess?
Mummy. Oh, that's cute.
Oh,
that was a good answer, little lady. Yeah, I just know, through personal experience, especially recently, just not too long ago, I went missing myself. And I've been seeking help for a long time. I've been on antidepressants since I was 19. And I'm 44 now, so trying to get the right help and all the rest of it is really difficult. I don't think she should be on this app. I don't think she can handle what gets thrown at her. I just don't think it's making her any better. Fair enough, she's making dollar from it, but mental health wise, I think she needs to step back and give her head a bit of a wobble, I think, and see if she's doing the right thing.
I think TikTok sorry for keep on going off the screen. The dogs are in and out. There's something going on outside. I think TikTok is a company. TikTok keeps a company because she's just so natural in front of the camera when she's talking. It's like she's talking to a friend or Rambo, get in, or a family member. Do you know what I mean? So I do think that TikTok really is probably, all she's got apart from few friends. So I think that's why she's so dependent on it, Claire.
Yeah, it's our own sort of therapy, which we all find our own roots, don't we? Yeah. No pun intended. But, it's, I don't know. I just don't know if this is the positive one for her, bless her. And like you say, there's going to be blood on someone's hands at some point because of how toxic it can be. And it's just going to take that one person to say that one thing. Do you know what I mean? And something's going to happen. Yeah, most definitely. And it's so easily done, isn't it? Like you say yourself, and you're 100% correct. You're behind a screen. Nobody can see you and nobody knows who you are, where you live, but you can say and do whatever you want.
Yeah, this is the sad reality, isn't it? It's just a sad reality. These trolls, that the only reason that they're saying what they're saying is because they're beyond fake accounts, and nobody will ever know who they are. But obviously, it says a lot about you, really, that you ain't got the guts to come in and face to face. You know what I mean? Thank you, Claire, my darling.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a lovely weekend, and your daughter's gorgeous, little cute thing.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, darling. Hello, Alex and Pearl.
Just come back on to say sorry for just falling off like that before, but listen, I've come on to say thank you everybody for your lovely messages, and my heart goes out to all of those who has been of the stories that I've been listening to here. And I just want to say, honestly, it's heartbreaking. So now I know how I truly made people feel by just listening to some of your experiences on some other people's platforms. But just to say, I don't know what to say to you, but listen, I'm moving on from it. But thank you everybody for your lovely messages, and me one very, very last time. I'm sorry, whoever I affected by that comment. And that's it.
We love you, Paul.
Oh, I love yous too. And I'll be on tonight when I'm feeling a bit better. I had a nice shower and I'll be on with my lemonades. So you're all welcome to join. But Miss Red, I love you. And I'm going to do my jobs now. I love you. Thank you very, very much. And just to let everybody know, Miss Red did go through as like a dose of Epsom salts over what I said. And that's why I said I want to come on and take accountability for. Never mind other people saying I've been forced to do it. I haven't. I've done it because I have a heart and I wouldn't like to think I hurt nobody. So that was why I done it. And Alex, big love to you too, and thank you very, very much as well.
Anytime.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Pearl.
Bye.
Bye, we love you.
Love yous too. See yous all tonight.
See you later, Paul.
Bye. That's it, guys. You're in for it later. The lemonade's coming out. Oh!
I've just jumped up to say something. Obviously, I've caused a stir now. I've done it for the right reasons, but people are going to look on a bit of me causing trouble. I'm not. At the end of the day, they all say they care for people's mental health and how people are affected. But Pearl, as a friend, I know that woman's been upset. You've seen it, Donna. We've spoke to her off the app. She's been in tears. And they're purposely coming here to stir things up. And I'm protecting my friend's mental health, so I blocked them out of the live today. It's not on Miss Red, it's on me. I made that choice to block them out of this live due to the fact is I'm not going to have another day of having to comfort a friend of mine on WhatsApp because of what people are doing. The pack mentality has got to stop now because it's driving me fucking insane. They're always blaming other people. Look in the mirror. Take accountability. For fuck's sake, grow up. I'm sick and tired of it, Don. I really am. You know what? I wasn't even going to jump up and say shit. But all day, it's just the same thing over and over and over again. Like, I'm protecting my friend. You said you protected your friend Lynn's. That's fine. That's fine. We all do this sort of things. But please don't now blame other people, saying that, oh, it's because of this person's done this. No, I did it. I had the option to block you, and I made that choice. And I'll do it again. Because you come in here not just to say your view and not to make a point. You come in here to try and poke and prod because it wasn't about yesterday. You come in and said Paul was being transphobic. So Angie, I'm going to say to you now on this platform, you didn't come in here with the best intention. You come in here to cause problems. So you got blocked. Simple. Sorry, Don. I'm just getting pissed off. Pissed off it.
Can she come in?
Yeah, she come in and she started on about Paul's transphobic. So I blocked her.
Oh, this is what I'm saying, guys. Like, this isn't the time and place for it. I don't want that drama brought into here and it ruins everybody else's TikTok experience. Do you know what I mean? I've got my friends. I will always defend my friends. And that's that. I'm not buying into that shitty drama, war of the fucking words. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing a back and forth. It's not happening on this platform. I built this platform up and nobody's going to drag it down with the bullshit. Do you know what I mean? So if they're coming in comments causing trouble, they're gone. You know, because all that matters to me is the supporters that are in here day in, day out. Do you get what I'm saying?
All it proved to me, and that in that instance, was it was nothing to do with yesterday. That she wasn't really bothered. That was said to her friend Lynn's. It was more about causing trouble. Because if not, if she would have come in and said, "Oh, can I just speak about the situation or mention the situation?" she wouldn't have got blocked. But she went straight for the transphobia thing. For me, that was just obviously she was trying to push her narrative. You know what I mean, of what she was going to push out today. She's all going to be twisted today. It's going to be an ongoing occurrence today. I'm not even giving her the energy.
Will Clapper will come out and fucking everything else. All that's going to be... I just don't give a fuck. I've gone past fucking caring. I do not give a fuck. We've got this brilliant platform here. We're coming 10 o'clock. How has it already been said? Oh, well, there's a fucking shocker. She's not bothered about it. Everything. It's just a rinse and repeat. Rinse and fucking repeat. We're not interested, not buying into it. And we do my FYP and that's how it's going to stay. I'm not getting fucking involved in all that bullshit over there.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the thing. It constant. Thank you for the gifts. You don't have to give me the gifts. I just jumped up here because I'm not having this sick shit all the time. And it's winding me up. It's a daily occurrence. They wake up and they jump in the boxes and talk about shit. Every single person that surrounds me or I'm friends with, right? Do you know what it comes down to? If they have an issue with that person, it's not they've got an issue with this person or this person. It's, oh, that's Alex's friend. That's Alex's friend. What the fuck? You know what I mean? They're all individual people. Just because I speak to them, they're friends of mine. What they do is on them, it's not on me. And it's the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, I know, darling, I know. Well, buckle up, buttercups, because you're in for a hell of a day. That's all I'm going to say. You can imagine, can't you? Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be one of them days. I might do an Angie's Victims Volume 3 today. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Are you on Volume 3?
Oh, yeah. There's the list is endless, you see. I'm going to be honest with you. It's literally... I'm only joking comments. Jesus Christ. Don't shoot the messenger here. Jesus. Yeah, but honestly, it is crazy. Honestly, people just need to move on. Accountability has been taken. You know what I mean? I know they don't know what that word is, but we'll just move, you know what I mean? We'll all support our friends, you know what I mean? We can also educate. Education's key and everything, you know what I mean? We all love Pearl. We know she doesn't get her words right half the time, you know what I mean? She thinks she's transgender half the time as well. But it is what it is. We love Pearl.
Yeah, we do. And we love you too, Alex, and we love everybody else that's in this live. Yes, we do, guys. We've got an amazing community here. It's not built on toxicity, poison, and trying to drag people down. This platform is built on, love and positivity and a bit of cuntish behaviour, yes. Thank you, Alex, for joining, darling.
Oh, no, I'm on 666. Look at that. Oh, thank God, 668 now. Jesus, thanks for that.
You know what? I hate the number 666. It always shows up for me everywhere.
In the mirror in the morning, yeah? I see it.
I was born with it on my forehead.
Do you know what? I'm not going to deny it with your 3 a.m. WhatsApp calls. I'm going.
Alex's sleeping pattern's changing now, guys, because I have him up at 3.
Donna, guess what?
What? Oh, guys, I can't cope. It's just fucking constant drama everywhere, innit? Do you know what I mean? Oh, Angie, if you want a 3 o'clock call, you can have one. I'll ring you tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, guys. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the show today. You know, you never know what's going to happen on the Miss Red show. Do you know what I mean? Honest to God, 3 a.m. wake-up calls. If anyone wants them, I will happily hand them out. I just want to say thank you to everybody for joining the live today. As normal, you're in here every day, loving what we do. Thank you to my Linz, my Pearl, Coco Ray, my darling, Joey Tiki, Susan, Kate, Bailey Bear, Sarah, Sandra. I'm just following everybody back. Oh, God, where are we? Sandra, Sarah, MR, Bubble and Fizz, my darling. I hope you're okay, love. TTFYP News, Kimmy Scottish Crew, Levi, Alice, Angie, Mother Teresa, my darling, Blondie, Claire, Shazzy Lou, Fragmented Staff, Kirsty, Jen, Steve, Dee, Nicole, Fawney, Lisa Marie, Natalie, and everybody else. Guys, I have decided, because I get accused of it, of being a massive troll and having a troll army, which couldn't be further from the truth, by the way. I have decided that I am opening up my own cults. To qualify to join the cults, you've got to be a Kent, toxic, twist things, take no accountability. So if you want to join, and I'm serious, if you want to join my trolling cults, please inbox me and we will give you a fake account to go around and cause carnage on and just do the worst to people just for entertainment and views. So guys, as I am saying, I am doing my own cults, and it's going to be the biggest and baddest on TikTok because I've got some very professional people involved in this. Yes, Miss Red has gone to the dark side. Absolutely. Yes. Right, I love you. We are not having a cult, guys. No. We do things fairly, because when you play dirty, remember guys, when you play dirty, you're not really a winner. Do you know what I mean? You have to be fair, be truthful, because karma always comes back to bite you on the arse. That's what I believe. Do you know what I mean? That's why I stay out of fucking group chats now. Yes, no more fucking gossip, shitty, cunty group chats for me. No. Right, love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Buckle up, buttercups, because you never know, I might be back live again if I have to come back live. Do you know what I mean? Oh, they only hate me because they ain't me. Do you know what I mean? Love you all. See you tomorrow, or maybe later. You never know. I love you all too.